Gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been a brief, long hiatus. School's fun. Isn't school fun? I got my good friend here, Kyle Pennell.
Yep.
And he knows all about school.
We're taking similar classes, and trust me, the journalism school at Missouri is no joke as far as assignment after assignment. It's
taxing.
Fun. It's taxing, but I mean,
it's fun.
I prefer doing those little project assignments versus like having to just study every single day something. So at least there's a little bit of different elements to it, but it's still a heck of a lot of work. So
I'll talk how useless J1100 is. It is a useless class. Let's just say that.
The fundamentals of democracy and journalism is a very important topic that must be
literally just don't pay your sources.
It's a lecture class. It's a 1,000 level class. It's just a basic.
Basically what it is telling you the right and wrong, what to not do in journalism, which is, everyone's common sense. Don't pay your sources.
Yes.
Don't record without getting permission. Stuff like that. Easy stuff like that.
So,
that's common sense. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about.
But what you just talked about some of the rules in that class, right? What are some of the rules in the NFL draft, Cameron?
What are some of the rules in the NFL draft?
What can't you do with the first overall pick? Can you take a kicker at first overall? Is this like fantasy football?
No. You could if you really wanted to, but your team would suck.
Can you take a middle linebacker?
You could take a middle linebacker
if
his name's AJ Hawk.
If his
name's AJ Hawk.
But what if it was Sean Lee in his prime?
No.
You wouldn't do that for
because it's not AJ Hawk.
Okay.
It's not AJ Hawk and that beautiful mane of hair he has.
I feel like I'm going to mess up a lot.
Or if it's Clay Matthews.
My prep is totally out the window then.
we are totally there. But anyways, this is the Payne Report Super Mock Draft Special Mega. What did I name this?
A lot of megas and bigs and jumbos.
I think it was the Payne Report Super Mega Awesome Fun Time Mock Draft Special?
If you spell that out every single time you write it, it's going to be the longest document ever. On the first pick of the Cameron Payne Super Mega Jumbo yeah,
we were planning to go live on YouTube and Instagram, but we were going to write on a whiteboard like our picks and make it look really cool and professional, but
that's Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday night.
We have Pro Football Focus.
I got off of work and I realized I don't have expo markers and can't find expo markers anywhere. So, yeah, we're just going to stick with this little setup here. Draft night, maybe go live? That would be something.
Draft night what night's the draft?
It is April 29th.
April 29th?
Thursday night.
Thursday?
It's always on a Thursday
night. I think we can make that work. Do something like that. It'd be fun.
We could do something.
Yeah,
and get some reactions. Put up reactions on Twitter or something if we can't go live or even.
Yeah, we gotta put some reactions up for sure.
Oh yeah,
on the
newly curated pick.
As long as it's not Kyle Pitts.
Dude, it would be hilarious if the Cowboys traded up and drafted like the worst quarterback.
They're not gonna trade up.
Like how the Packers did last year.
They just paid their quarterback.
I was just watching that from last year. Ty Schmidt on Pat McAfee's show when the Packers trade up and he's like, God, he just. Yeah. That was awesome. But anyways, what we're going to do, we're going to mock draft. So Kyle, you want to explain the rules of how we mock this up?
Yeah, so what we are doing is we are on Pro Football Focus's mock draft simulator. Cameron has all of the odd picks. I have all the even picks. I know the Cowboys are 10, so that's fine.
Yeah, and then I take the Titans
pick. Are 22, so he'll take that, and we can just trade. I can either take the Jets or Colts pick there and go back-to-back.
Yeah.
Just to even that out. But it should be pretty simple, pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. My brain's in Major League Soccer mode and college football and all these other sports I'm covering. But I think I have a good enough grasp on what's happening in this NFL draft to be ready to at least do a first-round mock draft. I can't get in the weeds yet, but I got until, like you said, April 29th to get it all done. So
yeah, speaking of college football, I am planning something in my mind. Don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah.
For the fall, planning something live show wise.
That'll be fun.
Live show wise.
Crazy to think it's summer in a few weeks. At least for us, we have finals in like 3 weeks now.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe a month.
But like, how many finals do we actually have? I only have like 2.
It depends on the classes. Like I have a bunch of finals, but.
Yeah.
I have a lot of. It's a test-heavy week for me, though. I have like 4 tests on Thursday. So.
I have a test on Friday, a Spanish exam. Not fun. But we're going to stop ranting about school and actually get to the draft.
That's a little hint about what Cameron and I talk about in our spare time.
Yes. So, with the first pick of the NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock. Who do you think they take here? Oh, yeah, you got a booing.
Sorry. Boo. Okay.
All right.
Who do I think they take?
Who do you think they take here, Mel?
I mean, you have... Thank you. You have the pick. As I put on my...
I say, that's Zach Wilson. I'm just joking. We all know who it's going to be.
Yes, we do. It is Kyle Pitts of the Florida Gators. He's off the board for
joking. It is Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence,
the man, first. Sunshine, Clemson quarterback, greatest quarterback ever.
I don't see any issue with that. You look at quarterbacks here, and this is kind of where drafts get made or broken. I don't even know. Yeah. Make or break point, I guess.
Your quarterback will really make or break. Yeah, how your team's going to go.
Correct.
For the next
10
years.
Right now, looking at Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance.
I mean. The fact that Trevor Lawrence, he's a generational talent. Like, he's been a consensus #1 pick since his freshman year of high school.
You can't screw that up. I don't think you can screw it up. He looks really good. Of course, the last few college football playoffs, he's been iffy. Yeah. But I don't think his large body of work is amazing.
I feel like
his arm talent's there.
I feel like the iffiness was just the lack of weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, this past playoff, outside of Amari Rodgers.
Yes, outside of Amari Rodgers.
I mean, you could say Cornell Powell, but he really didn't catch on to the end of the season. Then he had COVID, too. Trevor Lawrence did. And then the year before, I think Clemson's receivers just struggled against press coverage. I think that's what they did.
So, going second for the Jets, obviously,
who do you think they take?
Quarterback on the spot. They traded Sam Darnold to Carolina.
Yeah. So, it's either Zach Wilson or
Justin Fields. I mean, Trey Lance, a sleeper. I'm gonna probably go chalk, not what it was a few months ago. I don't know. I debated this a little bit. Zach Wilson, phenomenal season for BYU. The thing you look at with these two
players... But who do you think they're going to go with?
Yes, I understand. I'm just breaking it down really quick. Yeah, I mean, you look at the phenomenal season he had with BYU. His throws, like, you take away who the opponent is, his throws were amazing. Justin Fields probably had the best individual game of both of these guys with that game against Clemson in the college football playoff this year was unfreaking believable.
Yeah. And if he followed up with that national championship game, he would have been the consensus number 2 overall pick.
But, I think I got to go with the talent of Zach Wilson. I think he showed a lot of it. I think it could go either way in the real NFL draft. I think this is something that changes, shuffles up. Yeah, I'm going to go with Zach Wilson.
I mean, he can extend. He's mobile. And he reminds me a lot of Joe Burrow coming out a little bit in terms of mobility and moving around and making plays.
And you just got an interesting pick now. I mean, going to the San Francisco 49ers. They traded up to get in that position, right?
Yeah. So there was a lot of talk. They traded up, I believe, with Miami, and then Miami traded from 12 to with Philadelphia to go to 6. So Philadelphia's at 6 now. I mean, Philadelphia's at 12. Miami's at 6. So Miami's back in the top 10. But going here, we are doing this on the same day. Justin Fields had his second pro day at Ohio State, and Kyle Shanahan and what's his name? Who's the John Lynch, the GM of the 49ers, where they were both there. But oddly enough, they decided to attend Mac Jones's pro day the first time.
I don't think that's going to happen.
The first time.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of Mac Jones or Justin Fields, it's a no-brainer who you would actually pick.
Do you think
Justin Fields?
Do you think you would obviously do that, but do you think like in real life where they have their next pick is 43, do they just pray he slips and falls to that 43rd pick?
I mean,
and then you kind of go with another talent player here to build around? I mean, I think that's too risky.
I think the smart thing for them is
you got to take a quarterback here.
You got to take a quarterback here, yes, but Jones is not a round 1 guy. But
no, he's not.
But it's realistic that a team in the lower first round would just be stupid enough to take him.
Do you think it's a fit thing for San Francisco?
I think it's a fit thing, but Justin Fields could fit in the Kyle Shanahan offense too, and there's also Trey Lance who can fit in the Shanahan offense too. He reminds me a lot of Steve McNair. But I really don't know with this pick right here in terms of right now. Like if you would have asked me a couple days ago, I would have said Mac Jones because of how it's just been like crazy with Mac Jones.
Yep.
So my gut is telling me Mac Jones. I might as well just stick with my gut.
You're going to go with Mac Jones?
I'm probably going to go with Mac Jones. I don't like it. I want to go Justin Fields, but I feel like it's going to be Mac Jones.
That's just something you look back at in a few years. It's hit or miss. You either look like the smartest guy in the room in a few years when he's just...
I mean, he looks like Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah. He just looks like Jimmy Garoppolo. Really.
Well, I wonder who the last quarterback San Francisco's had. You took Mac Jones there. I think that's interesting.
I didn't want to, but I just feel like that's what they're going to do.
The Falcons. See, that puts me in a difficult.
Do you take Fields
I
or do you take Pitts?
I know.
Like,
I know. They need a tight end. They need defense. They need a quarterback.
Yeah, and look who I'm picking next for. So that's going to be a conundrum there.
Yes. Well, as a Cowboys fan in real life, I like the situation because then you allow that team, the Bengals. So I mean, they're going to make or break what the Cowboys might want to do. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's tough. You have Matt Ryan, right?
Yeah, I have Matt Ryan.
You have Matt Ryan at QB.
New offensive staff, defensive staff, new head coach, Arthur Smith, and you look at what he did in Tennessee.
Yeah.
He loves to play action pass, which Matt Ryan can do, but is he going to want his own guy?
Let's see, because if Justin Fields isn't picked here, I don't see him going until Carolina, maybe?
But they just traded for Sam Darnold.
Never mind. He wouldn't go until Denver. He would not fall below Denver.
That would be something.
Denver needs a quarterback. But, the Bengals don't need him. The Dolphins don't need him. The Lions just got Jared Goff for whatever that's worth. So those 4 teams just got new quarterbacks or have had one season of quarterbacks, of course, in Joe Burrow and Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay, the whole thing with Tua, that's a whole different topic for another story, but that's just bullcrap in my opinion.
Yeah, they need it, but
it's a hard pick.
There's not.
I can see him trading down too.
Yeah, I could. There's not a cornerback good enough to take rich. It's too rich for a cornerback here.
Yeah,
at least the class of this year's class.
Do you go to the best player available and take Kyle Pitts?
That's the other thing. Do you take Pitts with that roster? I think they need defense. I think I'm going to take Justin Fields here, and I know
take Justin Fields here.
I know they have Matt Ryan. I do know that. And I could sound stupid, but I mean, he started his career at Georgia. He's a good talent. He can play under. Yeah, he doesn't have to start right away. He can take 2 years. By the time Matt Ryan's kind of old enough,
I think he does a lot of what Arthur Smith would ask for him.
Yeah,
I think he can play really well.
I think he'd be the future. I mean, if you have a guy who's like 1v2 all of the past 3 seasons with Trevor Lawrence, and you can get him at 4.
Yeah,
I think you do it. It's a quarterback, the most valuable position for your franchise.
So you going Justin Fields?
I do, because they have the 35th pick, too, so they can probably take a decent enough defender.
Gotcha.
I think you take Justin Fields, though.
All right, so I did take Justin Fields. And now, tough spot for me. Oh, this is tough. You got Joe Burrow. He needs something. He needs either a playmaker or protection. And we all seen you can get as many playmakers as you want. If you don't have protection, it doesn't matter. But the playmaker we're looking at here is Jamar Chase, LSU teammate from that 2019 National Championship team. They had a huge connection.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you drop some quick slants, some RPOs, he can get the ball in his hand, potentially not get hit here. But the way in that Eagles game, man, when his head almost came off his body, as much as I want to pick Jamar Chase here, my gut tells me they're going to go Penei Sewell.
No, but they should still stick with Jamar Chase so Penei Sewell can keep falling to a team that really needs him, like the Dallas Cowboys.
I think what to look for here for the Bengals, if Terrence Marshall Jr. is still on the board around 28 or 30, I could realistically see him trading up into the first round again and picking him up, or if he keeps falling in the second round, they trade up in the second round and pick him.
Okay, so there's a lot of interesting decisions here for Miami that traded up with Philadelphia.
Yeah, so you got
there's a lot of stuff that happened.
Jamar Chase, Tua needs a playmaker, bad.
Yeah, Tua does.
Got his former teammate Jalen Waddle there too. Micah Parsons still on the board too.
There's a lot of things that kind of go into this. You of course need a line to protect Tua.
Yeah.
But like
offensive tackle is just not the.
Yeah, you look at Rashawn Slater, who's a really good prospect, but he's more of a.
He's not top 10.
No, I mean I would take him probably.
I would take him around
8 or 9. Yeah. Is about when I start thinking it's fair value for him.
Not top 6.
No, top 6. Boy, it's hard because I'm just kind of looking at what the other teams might do here. The Lions are loving life right now. They're either Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, or Kyle Pitts.
Or even Micah Parsons if they wanted to go defense first.
Yeah, you tell me how that's going to look in a second.
Yeah.
But I just... let's see. They have the 18th pick, too. Yeah. So I think with Miami playing around with 6, 18, and 36, 3 top 40 picks... Let's see. If I go down to 16, you can probably get a tackle in the middle if they want to go that route.
Yeah.
Or a cornerback.
Or even defense.
Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. I think you take Kyle Pitts, a generational talent.
Take Kyle Pitts here. That's a smart pick. Yeah. You need a tight end. Mike Gesicki's not really all that.
I know. It's just...
That's a good pick.
And he stays in Florida, so
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so now you're the Detroit Lions, and you get oh my goodness, you get to pick between Jamar Chase, Micah Parsons, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, or even Trey Lance if they want to take a quarterback here. They don't believe Jared Goff's the future.
They just traded for him. I don't think they're taking a quarterback
I
here.
feel like they traded Stafford mainly for that first-round pick. And
true, but still.
Yeah.
But still.
But
if it was Justin Fields that fell there, I think there'd be more questions than there would.
But I don't think they'll take Trey Lance there anyways. But Jamar Chase, Micah Parsons, Jalen Waddle. Those are the three I kind of narrow it down to. I mean, they just lost Kenny Galladay. It says their top need right now is wide receiver.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Dan Campbell, he's a tight ends coach. He's kind of the old throwback, hard-nosed guy, you know?
Yeah, I do.
It's tough it's tough here. It's tough because, you want to go Micah Parsons because it's probably, he's right there.
Yep. He is right
Best
there.
defensive player in the draft,
Correct.
probably.
He's right there.
But also Jamar Chase is there. You need weapons on the outside. I'm probably gonna go Jamar Chase.
You're gonna take Jamar?
Yeah.
Okay, Jamar Chase is off the board. Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase is off the board.
I don't think the Lions can pass him up.
Yeah.
You pair him with T.J. Hawkinson. It's gonna be a dull. Who do you double team? Because T.J. Hawkinson made a Pro Bowl last year.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision.
And Jared Goff gets more weapons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got some running backs there. So.
Carolina, for me, it's between the two Alabama receivers and Jalen Waddle and Devonta Smith.
Which one do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, if Waddle doesn't
Waddle
get
was
hurt,
amazing. I saw Waddle with my own eyes.
Me too.
At the Alabama.
He pointed at the end zone and still scored.
It was unbelievable. Just that Alabama
so
game.
Fast.
It's so cool watching great SEC teams in person play.
Yeah.
It was probably Missouri, we're at an SEC school. It's amazing to watch.
For those of you that don't know, me and Kyle, we got to see Alabama come play Missouri.
And you weren't there. I saw all of those.
Oh, I saw Terrence Marshall Jr. just light us up on TV.
So. Yeah, I saw him light him up in person, but Mizzou still won that game. But that was just unbelievable. That was such a fun game. But I do want to say, so Jalen Waddle was unbelievable. If he's healthy the whole season.
Do you think Devontae Smith was the Heisman?
I know.
Waddle's healthy the entire season.
I don't know.
Does Waddle put himself
I think
in the
Waddle
conversation?
stretches. Waddle stretches I mean, they both do.
I think Waddle just has more weight on him. That's
I know.
But also, Devontae Smith, you can compare to Marvin Harrison coming out.
Yeah, I got to go with Devonta Smith.
He
just was so impressive
that's a good
in everywhere he was.
I like that pick. I don't disagree.
And you give Sam Darnold a weapon. Yeah. I think that's important. Because especially you look, before we move on, you look at the Carolina Panthers and what they've done in the last few drafts. They've drafted defense, right? You look at their first pick was that Auburn defensive tackle. I forgot his name. But you know who I'm talking about.
Auburn. Oh, crap. Is it Big Cat Bryant?
I think
Or someone else?
I think they drafted a defensive tackle with the 7th last year. Something like that.
He's a big dude.
He's amazing. He has the speed. He's just a great athlete. So I think they've been building around the defense the last few years. I think this is a splurge on a receiver.
They got Robbie Anderson outside.
Yeah.
And Devontae Smith. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Who are you going to cover?
And then Sam
Downfield.
Darnold. I mean, he has weapons, so now it's up to him to prove he belongs in the NFL.
And he had a great connection with Robbie Anderson when they were with the Jets.
Yeah. So
it gets out from Adam Gase, too.
I think it's a step in the right direction for Carolina, and now you look at Denver.
Yeah, Denver. And Joe Brady also gets to mock up some stuff. All right, so Denver. This is tough here. Quarterback, Trey Lance is good. I just don't know if he's worth a 9 overall pick right here. He's very raw developmental, and the head coach of the Bears is, what's his name?
The Bears.
Vic Fangio, right? Or did he get fired? It's Vic Fangio.
Is it?
Correct? Former Bears defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I believe it's Vic Fangio. I mean, Drew Lock.
No, Matt Nagy. Nagy's still there.
I know for the. Broncos.
Broncos. I think it's the Bears.
No, former Bears defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew Lock is still there. You still got Jerry Jeudy.
Fangio.
You still got Jerry Jeudy. Cortland Sutton is coming off an injury. I feel like last year just wasn't fair to Drew Lock. You know,
I did too, but you got a good talent in Trey Lance, and he played one game his senior season, and I know that's a knock on him.
Yeah, and I don't think that one game, it was just a sham. It really was. Yeah. I would just ignore that game, but I think he's just too developmental to take right here.
Okay.
If you're gonna take him to be developmental right here, I feel like you have to take him higher. or he's going to slip.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like is going to happen. I feel like...
so who do you take here?
I would probably take Micah Parsons because Von Miller is just not... I would just take Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Micah Parsons.
Von Miller's coming up towards end of his contract, getting towards the end of his prime, really.
Yeah. And now we're at my favorite part, where the
Dallas
Cowboys get the draft. And I will be drafting Elijah Moore, wide receiver, University. No, just kidding. Ole Miss. I will not be doing that. No, I think there's a big debate within Cowboys fans. It's a mess. Like, if you don't watch the Cowboys every week, which is almost impossible because they're always on TV every week, and so you can just watch nothing and the Cowboys will be on.
Yeah.
Or you'll see them during the week because they're on every single show that's shown during, First Take, Pardon the Interruption, blah, 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 all the shows. Anyway, the Cowboys are always a circus. So I think
their biggest need is probably
corner.
Corner?
It's corner. It is 100% cornerback.
Even offensive? Oh, you can get offensive line later.
No. Give me a sec. I got to walk through this too.
I mean, their pass defense was atrocious.
I love Slater. I absolutely love him as a prospect. I think this is a very good value for...
But Surtain is there too.
Yes, I understand. And that's kind of where I'm leaning. Because I like the line... You look at Tyron Smith. He hasn't played a healthy season since 2015. Yeah. He's unbelievable. The Cowboys used to have a great line. Their line sucks now. It was one of the reasons they were so bad. And I mean, they were missing Dak Prescott too. Yeah. But their line's been going downhill for the last few years. They've had unexpected retirements, fluke injuries. Yeah. It's been a mess. But with that being said, their secondary's atrocious. I think they got a good hit on Diggs. Yeah, Trayvon Diggs last season. I think they pair him with his former teammate, Patrick Surtain. I think the speed is the one thing that he lacks, but I think he's just a high floor player, for the Cowboys to take at this level. It just boosts their secondary, and then they can kind of work off of that with their next pick being number 44.
Gotcha. Now, this is an interesting pick here. New York Giants are on the clock. Their needs are tackle, guard, edge rusher. But I think one listed out here, would you say is wide receiver?
That's where I was just thinking of. I mean,
who can you name them? Can you name
their wide receivers? Do they still have Victor Cruz? I know he dances the salsa.
All they have is Kenny Golladay.
Yeah, I know.
They just Kenny Golladay, but Kenny Galladay's had
smooth Kenny Golladay.
He's had some health issues.
So you look at, I think right now the best player on the board
is Waddle.
Second best is Slater. Do you protect the quarterback that's not? Daniel Jones isn't that good.
Yeah.
Either way, the Giants are going to be dumpster fire.
It's different because we had the same conflict earlier with Joe Burrow and the Bengals, but Joe's head got his thing knocked off.
Yeah.
So, and at least the Giants have a much better line compared to the Bengals, and they can always pick up someone later.
Yeah.
So I think it's just about getting bodies in that spot. So I think you just go Waddle here to pair with Kenny Golladay.
Yeah, you take Waddle. You take especially in the NFC East where the Eagles just want to apparently be fast. The Cowboys have still the best wide receiver core.
In my opinion, you take Jalen Waddle. He's probably the fastest player in the NFC East.
Let's see. Yeah, dude, CeeDee's fast, but he's not Waddle's fast. Yeah, Waddle's amazing.
Waddle's freaking fast.
We saw Waddle. So Waddle's great. So now you're in 12, and I, for one, am picking for the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to all positions, filter it by special teams.
Kicker.
And then pick a kicker for our old friends. The Philadelphia. Doing the right. They need a QB because Carson Wentz got traded. Who did they bring in? Who's the Eagles QB right now?
Eagles QB?
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
So they got him last year. I don't think they give up on him that quickly. I think wide receivers needs linebackers and quarterback. There's a few interesting options. I hate to say it. I don't think Rashawn Slater lasts past the Eagles because their line was almost as bad as the Cowboys was last year.
I'm surprised it's not listed as a need here.
It should be. I think especially if you're going to run with Jalen Hurts for a season.
Jason Peters was playing horrible.
Yeah. If you're going to run with Hurts for a season, I think, Rashawn Slater's the pick here.
It is a pick here.
It's a solid pick if you are Howie Long and the Philadelphia Eagles. Not Howie Long, right? Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
It's Roseman.
And now the Chargers here are on the clock, and they have tackle, guard, and cornerback as their top
They're
needs.
mad at the Eagles for taking Rashawn Slater.
In terms of offensive...
Do they go Horn here because they need cornerback?
They do need a cornerback.
Horn is pretty good. He played pretty well, and then he kind of opted out halfway through the season because of COVID.
But you also have to protect your franchise.
Yes, correct.
So do you go tackle here with Christian? What's his name?
Darrisaw.
Christian Darrisaw here.
He's raw. He's pretty raw. He's pretty good.
I feel it's a bit of a reach, but I feel like they would go tackle.
Yeah.
And as opposed to getting a corner here.
Yeah.
Or even D line because they do need some help on the D line.
Yeah. So Christian Darrisaw's the pick.
I would feel so. I feel like they just drafted Herbert. They want to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah.
Christian Darrisaw is the pick. Okay.
And now
the
Vikings just need. I feel like they just need. They need help everywhere. Honestly,
Vikings are an interesting team.
They need help everywhere.
Vikings are.
Go Vikings! We're gonna win. Do something about Favre throwing a touchdown because he was washed up. And yeah.
Yeah, I think they need a tackle. They need a guard. They need an edge rusher. They don't. I mean, you look at offensive line help. I think for them,
I think it becomes reaches right here.
I'm gonna reach really far just because I'm also going off of the big board of who is it on the Athletic.
Gotcha, I don't have that with me, so
yeah, I know you don't.
You take Walker Little, maybe.
No. I'm going to go with Elijah Vera-Tucker, he is 34.
34.
On Pro Football Focus, but...
Elijah Vera-Tucker. Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Yes. Yeah, so you look at... Dane Brugler is his name. He does really good work. He has him actually rated at 13.
Right.
The 13th best player in this draft. I think if you're looking for a tackle or guard, he can play both.
Gotcha.
I think it's a project. I think that's somewhere. I'm just gonna change it up and go with Vera-Tucker to the Vikings. So that puts us with
the New England Patriots selecting at 15. And I tell you what, I think they brought in a lot of money in Jonnu Smith and what was his name? Kendrick Bourne. They brought in Kendrick Bourne.
Correct.
Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry.
Yep.
I mean, Cam's on a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
You know what that means, right?
Trey Lance, right?
Trey Lance
season.
Trey Lance.
I think this is a good value for the Patriots.
It's a very good value. I could see them realistically trading up for him. I think they go Trey Lance here, quarterback.
Yeah. And, I mean, look at this for the Cardinals. They need some interior defensive line help. Look who's on the board. Christian Barmore. Who is pretty good. They do not need a job. So we are going to go here. I'm going to go with Christian Barmore. I think that makes too much sense for them, right?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, just interior... The Cardinals are a really solid team. They get a value in Barmore. I think that will be the pick here.
And next here are the Raiders. Raiders. They have needs everywhere, all over the offensive line, in their secondary mostly. I mean,
you're looking at a good secondary player in J.C. Horn.
I think they would go J.C. Horn here if
you think they go Horn?
If he realistically fail. He can fall to 17. I think they go J.C. Horn, and they just need help tremendously on their defense. I feel like they can pick up guys in the offensive line in free agency after the draft, undrafted rookies in training camp, because some guys are going to get released, still.
Yeah.
And that leaves you, your little friend the Dolphins are back.
Another one that's a little farther down the list, but a player who really impressed me last season. I also saw him play live. He's a beast. He's a little more of a project, but I think he's a good value here.
You said Nick Bolton?
No, not Nick Bolton.
Okay, let's say.
No, he's not. No, I think I really, really love Azeez Ojulari from Georgia. And I know he's a little far down there. I know there's other options.
Yeah, that was going to be my pick for the Titans, realistically, if he kept falling.
Yeah, you needed him to keep falling, but I
needed him.
He's so good, and the play that always comes to my mind when I think of him is that play against Tennessee, where he just wrecks the entire line on a pass rush, and he overshoots the quarterback and he stops on dime, comes back and he strip sacks, and he gets the ball too. He's just a freak athlete.
Yeah.
I think for the Dolphins, with a glut of picks, again, they pick at 36, they do need an edge rusher. I think I
feel like he fits Brian Flores, too.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to be chalk all the time. I think there are other options you could go with here, but I like Azeez Ojulari very much. So I'm going to have the Dolphins take him there.
All right. Washington football team.
Yep.
They need quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, tackle, and linebacker as their top needs here.
Yep. I mean, there's Rashad Bateman if you're looking at wide receiver.
There's quarterback. Who's left in quarterbacks? I didn't check.
Kyle Trask is the next one. Oh, it's such.
Man, yeah.
The quarterback position sucks.
They're not taking a quarterback with their first overall pick. I feel like they're gonna go team need more than anything. So, what is it? Wide receiver, tight end, linebacker. I could see them going defense. I feel like that's something Ron Rivera would do. I feel like they go Jeremiah Uzo. I cannot say that name.
That's a good pick.
I feel like they go linebacker.
I think that's a smart pick. I think that's keep adding that defense.
If they don't trade up in the actual draft and pick a quarterback, that's probably good.
They have one of the best defenses in the league, and I mean at least in the NFC.
Dude, their front seven
Chase Young.
Yeah, it replaces Ryan Kerrigan.
Yeah, and you look at that back, and you have a player like Koromoa.
Yeah,
I think that's solid for Washington. Next up, you have the Bears. They obviously need kickers every year, it seems like, and they always go chase them.
They're going to draft a kicker.
Yes.
Yes.
That's my ongoing joke on this episode.
Do you think they trade out of this pick? Or do you think they trade out of this pick and trade the Buffalo Bills for Mitchell Trubisky?
Oh boy, that is going to happen.
Oh man, our friend would be crying if the Bears ended up with Mitchell Trubisky again.
Yeah, I think for the Bears, they need offensive help so bad.
They do.
And I know Greg Newsome's a good cornerback prospect.
I mean, what's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name? Still on. Allen Robinson's on a franchise tag right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's reported like Anthony Mill is on the trade blocks.
Yeah. You know, another interesting pick.
And you like I said, Greg Newsome's here. You
know who I'm going to go with here? Because why not for the Bears, right?
What's their name? Quarterback.
I think they're going to have a player who can play all over the offense.
All right.
This is where I kind of get fun.
Who is it?
I
swear, if you pick a running back.
Kadarius Toney.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I swear, if you pick a running back, you have me scared here for a bit.
No, I'm not going to pick a running back. I think I'm just going to play outside the box here. It's probably not going to happen, but Kadarius Toney, another player I saw in person this year, he just roasted Missouri for like 2-3 touchdowns, and he broke ankles on his way to the end zone. He's fun. I've seen a lot of these cool players. This is amazing. I love college football for that reason.
Oh, yeah.
College football is amazing. The SEC is a beast. I love watching SEC football. Kadarius Toney.
I think you make this pick here because I'm not going to be fair to the Colts.
Oh, yeah. So Kadarius Toney off the board. Indianapolis.
I would not kidding. I would put a kicker here for the Colts.
I know.
Or punter.
Yeah. You know, I'm not going to do that, though. I think you got to go for Rashad Bateman. I think he's fallen far enough, and also it's something that you look at Carson Wentz, give him more weapons.
I mean, outside of T.Y. Hilton, Micah Pittman,
I like Pittman's the perfect slot receiver for that team.
I don't think he's an answer for like their wide receiver needs.
So yeah,
they need someone else.
I'm gonna go with Bateman.
Yeah, it's Bateman. Oh man, if you're a Titans fan, you are excited because
so excited to pick Richie Grant, the safety out of University of Central Florida.
Look at here. We got Elijah Moore, wide receiver.
Yep.
You got Terrence Marshall Jr., wide receiver.
Yep.
Caleb Farley's available. If you want to go edge and pair him with Bud Dupree and Harold Landry, you go Quite Pay.
Yeah.
That would not be fair. Or you even go Greg Newsome here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, losing Corey Davis, gonna have to go wide receiver here.
You're taking Elijah?
I am taking, not Elijah.
Terrace?
I am taking Terrence Marshall Jr. As much as I want to take Elijah Moore, Terrence Marshall Jr. ran a 4.38.
He did.
He ran a 4.38. He can play anywhere. He can play in the slot. He's a touchdown machine. He can play outside. I mean, you look at in the national championship game against Clemson, he ran a fade on the outside from the slot, jumped up over his man and got it. If Terrence Marshall Jr. is there, take him.
Yep. And now you're looking at the Jets. Got their quarterback, guard. They need guard, edge rusher, and cornerback.
Yes.
I think the talent of Greg Newsome is just too big to pass up. The Northwestern cornerback still on the board.
Oh.
I think they go with him. I think just getting some more cornerback.
Get some defense play.
They have some weapons now. The Jets do. I think it's a good first round for them if they take Greg Newsome there.
Gotcha. All right. So who does this pick now?
You can take him.
All right. Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh man, this is tough. And what they need. I mean, they just lost Bud Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
That's some pretty good production. I think. I mean, they got some interesting working on receivers, so I don't think they go receiver here in the first round. They do need a running back, though.
Yeah.
They do need a running back. I think, as much as they want to go defense here, I do think they take a running back here.
The best running back available, I think, is
Travis Etienne.
Oh, Travis Etienne.
I feel like Etienne can give me more than Najee Harris can. It's very close, but I prefer Etienne's just faster. He can finish. I mean, I don't know if Etienne makes that hurdle against a Notre Dame player, but if he jukes that guy, he's gone.
Yeah. So now we're back on
Jaguars. And now they need, they got Trevor Lawrence. And what do you think they do here?
I think I don't get any of that. I think you look at the best player available here. I think for the Jags, you look at that safety in Trayvon Moehrig.
Yes.
I think they need a safety.
All right.
He's the best player available. There's a bunch of talented edge rushers actually right now, and the Browns actually might take one to complement Jadeveon Clowney, who they just added yesterday.
I think he'll get injured.
Yeah, so I think if you're the Browns, which you're picking for, they'll go with that. But I'm going to pick Trayvon Moehrig here.
All right, for the Browns, I was thinking edge, mainly because Clowney's going to get hurt. He's not going to do. Clowney's going to have the same amount of sacks he had last year, 0. You think about that. Jadeveon Clowney and I had the same amount of sacks last year.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, and I a great athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just throwing shade at him because the Titans paid him and he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, he just didn't look in the best of shape, really.
Yeah, not really. Not really at all.
Not really. So I'm gonna go Kwity Paye here.
Kwity Paye.
After losing, what's his name? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Olivier Vernon. After losing Olivier
Vernon,
Vernon, you play some Kwity Paye, cheaper.
Baltimore, they know how to win drafts every year. They need a wide receiver. Number 1 wide receiver right here is Elijah Moore.
Good pick.
And that's why I'm taking Jason. Oh, no, just kidding. I'm going to pick Elijah Moore there.
All right. The Saints need help everywhere. Because they released everybody.
Nope, they have Taysom Hill, who can play every single position. He can also punt the ball. So that is why we are going to go with... No, just kidding.
I have no clue who they really take here. I mean, they need offensive line help. I believe Max Unger just retired, right?
Oh, yeah. But all the way back to the Jimmy Graham trade.
Yeah.
Remember those days.
Max Unger just retired.
He was a beast this year.
They do need edge help.
Yep, they do need edge help, and there is a good edge rusher there.
They need wide receiver outside of Michael Thomas. They got no options.
Yep, you're right. They need a lot of help. I mean,
they just need help everywhere.
Can catch balls in the backfield, which is nice.
Their defense needs help with corner.
Yeah.
So I feel like they don't. Caleb Farley's here.
Yeah.
I feel like they take him.
Even with the injury issue?
I think they take him.
You think they take him to the pass up? Caleb Farley then will be going to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Not Tampa Bay. Saying New Orleans. Green Bay is up. And they need a wide receiver, a linebacker, and a cornerback. Lots of tackles on the board now.
Yes.
I want to say linebacker.
They one game away from the Super Bowl again.
Yep.
And I feel like
their chance. Cowboys going next year.
And you know what gassed him? Leonard Fournette.
And you know what we're going with here?
Gonna go linebacker like I should have done last year?
Linebacker, but can you guess the linebacker?
Nick Bolton.
Nope.
Damn it. It's Xavier Collins.
Yeah, Xavier Collins.
I like that. That was my second pick.
Yeah. I think he is a good value pick for Green Bay here at linebacker. I think no more messing around with the running back and quarterback combo, whatever the heck they did last year that sent him back.
Yep.
I think Xavier Collins. So that's going to be pick there. And Buffalo Bills as we round off this first round mock draft.
I believe the Buffalo Bills, look at their run game. They had no run game in that AFC Championship game, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Devil Singletary Jr.
Are you going to go with Najee Harris?
I'm probably going to go with Najee Harris. If he's here, they take him.
He is here. Let me go to Najee Harris. That leaves 2 more picks. The Chiefs are starting it off. I mean, how do you not go with Jason Owe here? He's so good.
I mean, they do need tackle help, too.
They need tackle. I think you go with Jason Owe. I think you build the defense. You let Pat Mahomes
do his
run
thing.
whatever he does again. He's not going to face that type of pressure except when he faces like 3 or 4 teams in this league.
Yeah.
I think you build the line.
Like Bud Dupree.
Yeah. I think Jason Owe is the pick here just because of best player available. He's just so good. So I would go him there.
And now, Tampa Bay Buccaneers has some interesting
for the final pick of the night.
They can go. They go defensive line. Imagine they go defensive interior, right?
Yeah.
They got some good young linebackers.
Yep.
Probably need some safety help a little bit, in my opinion. Good on outside in the corners. I think they're good in terms of edge. Bring back JPP.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what won them that Super Bowl last year? I think they're good on offense.
Yeah,
I mean
their offense one. They're fine on offense.
They got what's his name from Minnesota too last year.
Boy, I forgot.
I forget his name. Tyler Bateman, right?
Mm-hmm. So probably
not Bateman. Tyler something. I can't remember his name. I think they go edge.
Edge.
Add more. If they're gonna win the Super Bowl again, they're gonna add more pressure and they go Gregory Rousseau.
I think it's a good pick.
From Miami. Imagine Gregory Rousseau was a hyped up, real first round talent. For some reason, his stock dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, the funny thing is like we're all like here at Mizzou, we're like, oh, Nick Bolton's a first round pick. We just did a first round mock draft. It was so deep. It's so deep.
Yeah.
When I watched him. You watched him play once.
Yeah, I thought
he's a phenomenal.
The
player.
reason why I was like, he is a first round talent, but the reason why I knew he wasn't going to go is because the draft's just deep.
It's deep.
Everything.
It's deep, and teams have different needs. And the teams that have those needs, like there's too many best players available. I think he's going to go early in the second round. I really do. I think he goes somewhere early in the second round.
Hey, if I'm Tennessee, I would take him.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal tackler. He's a phenomenal player. It's just crazy to look at the draft. I think that's a very solid first round.
Yeah.
So
do you want to rattle off the names we got?
Yeah, we can do that. So you do alternative events.
Okay.
Do it.
All right. So first pick, Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence.
Zach Wilson, number 2.
Mac Jones, number 3 to the 49ers.
Yep. Justin Fields went to Atlanta.
Penei Sewell at number 5 to the Bengals.
Kyle Pitts went to the Dolphins with their first pick of the round.
We went Jamar Chase with the 7th pick to the Lions.
Yay, Cameron has something to go home and cheer about.
I'm not a Lions fan, so I'm good.
I know, but you can still go and watch NFL football. You can just be like Rob Lowe and wear the NFL hat.
Wear the NFL hat.
I can imagine
I'm going to do that, though.
That's going to be Cameron at every Detroit Lions game ever. I'm just here to help both teams have fun and they both lose if they are...
hope they both win.
If they're in the AFC South, then I hope they both lose.
If they're the Colts, Texans, and Jaguars, well, frick, I forgot. Why is it every damn Clemson quarterback goes to an AFC South team?
Oh, yeah, the Jacksons.
I love Trevor Lawrence, too.
Have fun.
Oh, man.
Have fun with that.
I hope he does well, but I hope he loses against Tennessee.
DeMonta Smith from Alabama, 8 to Carolina.
Micah Parsons, number 9 to the Denver Broncos.
Patrick Surtain II goes number 10 to America's team.
The Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys, indeed. The best team in football. Going to the Super Bowl some point before I turn 45. Let's go.
All right. Next pick. The speedster Jalen Waddle goes to the New York Football Giants.
Well, if we're going that way, here comes 3 straight NFC East teams because they all suck, but not bad enough. The one playoff team, right? Look at this. Cowboys, Giants, they all just are in the same amount of terribleness. Of course, the Eagles should have had the first pick there at 6, and they traded. But they went with Rashawn Slater, the tackle out of Northwestern.
All right, and then we got Christian Darrisaw protecting Justin Herbert for LA Bolts.
Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC on to the Vikings.
All right, and we have Mini, Steve McNair, Trey Lance going to the Patriots at pick 15.
Christian Barmore to the Cardinals.
J.C. Horn to the Raiders.
Dolphins are back, and this time they picked Azeez Ojulari.
All right. Washington football team, linebacker from Notre Dame, Jeremiah. That's all I'm saying because I cannot pronounce the rest.
Koromoa, yep. 20th to the Bears, Kadarius Toney out of Florida.
All right. 21, Rashad Bateman.
22, Terrace Marshall Jr.
I tell you, the Tennessee Titans and Bud Dupree. I love Bud Dupree.
Yeah.
Bud Dupree's great.
Yeah.
I like him.
You'll have fun with him.
I love Bud Dupree.
I wish my team had a defense.
I wish I had Bud Dupree on my team.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I know. Please be quiet. Who did the Jets take?
Greg Newsome.
Travis Etienne went 24 to the Steelers.
Trayvon
Morrig.
Morg? What did I say that? Morg?
More. I don't know. I'm not going to play around with that.
Not gonna play around.
Quiddy Pay to the Browns at 26.
Elijah Moore go to the Baltimore Ratbirds.
Yep. New Orleans taking a flyer on Caleb Farley with pick 28.
And Xavier Collins goes to the Green Bay Packers.
Najee Harris, pick number 30 to the Buffalo Bills.
I think the Mafia will love Najee Harris here. The Super Bowl losers, Kansas City don't like you Chiefs, go to pick Jason Ohe.
Yep. And to wrap it all up, Tampa Bay, South Florida going to Central Florida, Gregory Rousseau. So that is the 32-pick mock draft.
Yeah, it was a fun little mock draft.
That was fun. I haven't mock drafted this year, and that was definitely a blast. Just talking some football for a good hour now. It feels like
it has been. I feel like a good hour, but I feel like we're coming up towards the end of the stream here. That stream episode.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry for putting out the tweet that we're going to go live. Not tweet, Instagram post that we were going to go live, but it was just a lot, and I had to verify with YouTube. Didn't feel like doing that because it would have taken 24 hours anyways. And Instagram, I just felt I look terrible to be live right now.
Yeah,
so.
We're all tired. I'm yawning.
Yeah.
It is 9 whatever o'clock. We have homework to do. It is a mess.
And it is a Wednesday night here in Columbia, Missouri, but we enjoyed making this. And hopefully I'll have some content out more soon. Thank you again, Kyle, for coming on. Recording podcast with a co-host is much more fun, even if it's a special guest.
I agree with that.
Instead of by yourself, because by yourself you just
I do a lot of by myself podcasts.
Yeah, by yourself podcasts aren't fun, are they?
I mean, they're informative, but it's hard because you can't just keep mumbling the same. You can't ask yourself multiple questions.
Yeah, it's fun to bounce.
Yeah, it is fun to bounce ideas versus having the whole content planned yourself.
Yeah, but y'all know the whole deal. Where to find me at on Twitter. I was about to say Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Y'all know the deal.
LinkedIn,
MySpace,
Tumblr,
Tinder.
Very special one, Tinder.
Oh no, I'm not even on Tinder. Oh yeah, bro. I didn't even know what Tinder was until
Make sure to swipe left.
Yeah. I bet the Jaguars are swiping right on Trevor Lawrence.